Hello, and let's get things started in here.
Well, it's Friday.
Yes, sir.
And we'll love it. End of the week after working so hard. We're still here trying to just warm you up as you go into the weekend. I didn't feel like getting out of bed today, but I had to just to be here at 6 a.m. for you guys.
So did I. You know, we make this happen as a team. But the truth is, it's because of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're about to give you a feel-good show that's worthy of what? Worthy of emulation, worthy of a Friday morning.
Worthy of the weekend.
Exactly.
Now, so much to come in a couple of hours. In the next 3 hours. And my name is Yomi Okwe. It's going to be a special day today.
Yes, it is. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Now, you need to keep up with us online from anywhere you are. Stream with us at tvcentertainment.tv. As soon as you can connect with us at TVC Connect on Facebook.
Now, on the show today, you are able to, of course, send in comments. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Comment on anything that's bothering you.
Bothering you?
Yeah, well, you know, as you approach the end of the month, some people haven't gotten paid yet.
Well,
so,
true.
you know.
Myself included.
Oh, you haven't gotten paid?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Big boys club. But it's fine. I'm
you
gonna
want
be.
us to send you a pay slip?
You know what? This
Put
morning
you on a payroll.
we cannot be
or
talking about
something.
money on a Friday morning. We got to talk about the fact that it's game day.
Yeah, you just had to.
Yeah, I was trying to find a place to slot that in. It was
Yeah,
so-
on Fridays, I'm going to use an air plug on this side.
Okay, if you say so. But meanwhile, you need to download our mobile app from any Android or iOS store. Please do this as soon as you can so you can watch us live on all your mobile devices.
All right, so let's go straight to this morning's highlights. All the big things are going to be happening on the show. Giving us the first good music this morning is recording artist and actor Jay Black. And for dance routine, we have Stephen Ezute of Edan Skip, and he's going to be here. And he's Nigerian's #1 jump rope coach.
Did you say jump rope?
Jump rope.
No,
That's what
jump
it is.
rope coach.
And the founder of Ropes Fitness.
Yes.
Now, Alatishe Taufik is the CEO of Oladimeji Foundation and the fights against child hunger in Nigeria. He's going to be letting us know a little bit about his foundation and what they get up to.
Also to come is a discussion with entertainment lawyer Tokwe Salami. Now, he'll be joining us to talk about corporate partnership in the Nigerian entertainment industry.
And last, but definitely not the least to come, is a chat we'll be having with stand-up comedian, TV host, and actor, Mr. Laugh Up.
All the way from Ibadan.
On the first trial, when you have done it for 6 times and you didn't.
You know you're in trouble. Yeah, there were some looks that might
Yeah, I like Laugh Up. He's also pretty intellectual, which is one. I don't watch any kind of comedy.
Started.
I'm just saying that sometimes you just want.
Okay, so guys,
people who
guess what?
understand who are deep.
Amongst many things happening today, which of course I'll give you later, today is morning show host day.
Seriously?
Yes.
Are you serious? I feel like you're standing up to dance or something.
So today celebrates people who come, who give us entertainment or news, but very early in the morning. So people who host morning shows, today is their day.
So today's our day, y'all. Yes, because are we the earliest show though? I think 6 a.m. is kind of the earliest.
Well,
show.
we are. If we are to
TV.
talk about that,
TV,
we have a
for
joint.
TV, yeah.
For TV,
Yeah,
but
because TVC Nigeria as well.
yeah,
okay, of course,
so for TV, probably the earliest, but for radio, I mean, some of these guys start at 5.
5, yeah. Max FM starts at 5.
Yeah.
At the moment, Debbie and Mark have been on air since 5 a.m.
Okay, so
Oh, that's amazing.
So I interned under Dan Foster early in the morning at Inspiration FM, and that experience taught me so much about how important, what a responsibility it is to make sure you're right there and you start the show. You give all the information people need, the music they need. You never know who you might be sort of rescuing at that point in time. You might be waking someone up who is late for an appointment. You might be reminding a mom, you know, about not to pass this route to take her child to school. You might actually be giving someone enough motivation to go out and chase a particular job they wouldn't have chased before. And a lot of people don't really see radio hosts that way. But I know Mary has been doing her thing for what, 8, 9 years now?
About 9 years.
9 years now.
Yeah.
And it's
9 years, wow.
And I feel like I've done everything. Because I've been on the morning show, the afternoon show, the drive time, the night show.
Yeah.
I've presented political shows, entertainment shows, even religious shows. So I feel like I've been in every part
versatile.
of it.
Makes you really versatile.
Yeah,
I did the Sunday show once, and I realized how amazingly impactful the religious community is on that Sunday.
You know, the thing about Sunday mornings is that, so it's not everybody that's free to just wake up and go out or go to church. So some people are in prison, some are in the hospital, some they work in factories, so they're on duty in the morning at 7 a.m., maybe 7 till, you know, all day. So
laundry people,
exactly.
truck drivers,
so you can imagine,
hospital workers. You
can imagine if all they have is you on the radio.
Yeah. Serious pressure.
You just imagine that the guy in the prison or the guy in the hospital, and there you are, Titi's voice, and he's like, okay, you're reading scriptures to him. He's like, oh wow, I'm encouraged.
Honestly,
not that you're just saying.
So that's the kind of the difference between TV and radio. You know, it's a lot deeper when you can't actually see the person's face.
I think the most challenging part of radio is the ability to paint a picture.
Yeah.
So we're going to paint an important picture for you right now. It's time for us to take the news update, and Theo is right there on standby.
Yes, good morning and welcome to the news. The federal government needs another committee to resolve the logjam in the consequential adjustment in salaries for workers on grade levels 7 to 17. And the committee has been set. Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, disclosed this at a meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress. Joke Adisa was there.
This courtesy call comes days after talks on consequential adjustment of salaries between Labour and the government ended in a stalemate. Representatives of Labour on the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council had expressed frustrations at the failure of the council to arrive at an agreeable percentage on salaries of workers on the ICADA. It is therefore not surprising that the issue dominated talks at this first meeting between the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the two ministers of Labour and Employment after their appointment. The NLC president decries the undue delay in arriving at a consensus on all issues relating to the new minimum wage.
I'm aware that graciously level 1 to 6 have been affected, but you know also we have our source level 1 and 2 through public service reform in the public service. So invariably we can say 3 to 6, and they are in the minority.
I want to say that
the Minister of State has just been deployed to the ministry. He pledges his support for organized labor.
employed.
For Chris Ngige, who is having his second shot at the office, events in the past 4 years on industrial relations have been collaborative. Mr. Ngige confirms the federal government has begun paying levels 1 to 6, the new minimum wage. The minister says a committee is now in place to conclude talks on the matter.
It is unfortunate that the negotiation was deadlocked on that other level from 7 to 17, and the issue became on what percentage or slide that they should use on a sliding scale. The important thing is that we are going to discuss and negotiate it.
The government wants organized labor to collaborate with it in addressing the problem of growing unemployment, as it admits increasing criminalities in the nation and the consequences of idle hands. There is hope in sight for the setting up of the National Labour Advisory Council, saddled with the responsibility of reviewing labor laws in the country. While the minister is confident that the council will be inaugurated before the end of the year, he says new unions will be registered in the interest of the right to free association in the country. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
In Kaduna State, the story is different. Civil servants in the state are in high spirits as they have started receiving salary alerts for the month. And not just that, it captures a 30,000 naira minimum wage, making the state the first to begin implementation in the country. Officials of the state government have confirmed the development. They say the move is in fulfillment of a promise made last month by the Nasir El-Rufai government. Police have uncovered a house in Kaduna State with more than 300 detained people, among them 5 to 10-year-olds. They had chains on their legs, and TVC News cannot independently verify why they are held or who might have kept them. But they are thought to be undergoing some form of indoctrination, and police have moved them to another place as they investigate the matter. The detained children say they were forced to fast and that they were being sexually abused. The people manning the place claim it is an Islamic rehabilitation center. And now to Benue State, but we would like to warn you that this next story contains images which may be offensive and viewer discretion is advised. Benue State Police Command says it has uncovered hidden graves in Bashe village with 9 corpses of people suspected to have been killed by the criminals in Ushongo local government area. The police public relations officer, Catherine Anene, says one suspect has been arrested and the details will be disclosed as soon as interrogation is concluded. According to the news agency of Nigeria, the suspect, who is a gang leader of a kidnapping and armed robbery syndicate, was arrested following a tip-off. The suspect and his gang were alleged to be killing their victims and burying them after collecting their motorcycles. A resident of Ushongo town says they had already uncovered more than 10 bodies from different graves at different times. Well, that's it on the news update for this hour. Weather forecast is up next.
Still expecting the papers to arrive, but we're going to be looking online. And looks like we are starting with the Punch, the headline from the Punch.
I don't have it yet. I think
Okay.
you have it. You have it?
All right, so it says here, 2019 polls recorded lowest percentage of women. That's from INEC with the headline there. And also on the Punch, President condemns killing of another aid worker by ISWAP. That's 2 stories there from the cover of the Punch.
Still on the Punch, it says here, federal government suit, pay $250,000 in 14 days or forget appeal, say PNID. Then if we move along, it says 100, and did you read this one before? $157.5 billion left Nigeria between 2003 and 2012. That's quite a large number, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
Yeah, so we have some headlines here. I've got This Day and I've got Daily Trust.
Okay.
This Day has a story here, $9.6 billion judgment debt. Court grants former Petroleum Ministry Director 10 million naira bail. And in Daily Trust, we have breaking news. This was yesterday, actually. And Masari appoints 13 special advisors. That's the governor of Katsina State appointing SAs there. You have any other stories?
From the Punch, it says here, minimum wage delay putting federal government in difficulty. Now that's a headline from about 5 hours ago. And about 1 hour ago on the border closure issue. Borders closure to protect Nigeria's interests, says Ali. Yeah. ABU fires 16 workers for sexual harassment, other issues. That's a serious one. Then it also says Buhari's classmate, Dr. Tukur Abdullahi, dies. That's what I have from the Punch.
Okay, and I'm just going to scroll down for other stories here. Okay, you picked up a story earlier on, and I have one here.
Okay.
In the Punch, where the President, Muhammadu Buhari, other African leaders seeking repatriation of stolen funds, which is what you said, that, more than $100 billion leaving the country in
Well,
less than
the
16
vendor
years.
just arrived, so we can, give a little more insight into some of those headlines we started reading. I have The Guardian in my hands here. It says, UK court grants Nigeria stay of execution over $9.6 billion debt. Ties reprieve to $200 million payment within 60 days. PNID Lord's legal window before asset seizure. And it also talks about how nation lost $157.5 billion to illicit financial flows by Buhari. It also says right at the bottom there, APC, governors, others say no crack in presidency. PDP distances self from Osinbajo's travails. On the left here, it says Delta, The Guardian, to partner on development. Right at the top, it says Southern Middle Belt leaders reject livestock policy, waterways bill. Federal government to reconstitute minimum wage. Negotiation team talks resume today. And finally, 11 bodies uncovered in Benue kidnappers' den. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
All right, let's check out The Punch. Federal government suit. Pay $250,000 in 14 days or forget appeal, PNID says. And UK court ties Nigeria's appeal to $200 million security payment. Wow. And they have to pay within 2 weeks. An Irish firm can seize assets if deadlines are missed, says court. And 90 billion naira poll cash. Osinbajo can't drop immunity, say SANs. And 35 states fail to provide workers insurance. 35 states. And that's on page 25. PDP behind Tinubu, Oshomole El-Rufai's 2023 posters, say APC. And federal government wages to rise by 556 billion naira in 3 years. Wow. And some other stories at the bottom here. Police raid Kaduna home, free 300 inmates in chains. And these inmates are not adults, they are children. And we can see some photographs there on the cover of The Punch. So I don't know why they use the word inmates, because they're actually children, most of them. And businessman dies during sex with lover in hotel. That's a story on page 4 and 5. And Kano Group alleges fresh plot to dethrone Emir Sanusi. That's a story on page 12. ABU fires 15 workers for sexual harassment, others. And that's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
Okay, now I wish we had time to go over some of the other headlines, but we will come back to that at the top of the next hour. We have to take a quick break now. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit.
Good morning and thank you for staying tuned. It is time for Lagos traffic updates. You know it's a Friday and of course you know what that means on Lagos roads. I'm about to give you tips on how quickly you can get to your destination this morning. So you can send in messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter using the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC just to let us know what the traffic situation is where you are. All right? Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Maryland bus stop to CMS garage this morning. From what I can see, it's not so bad. The traffic is not so bad. From Maryland bus stop itself, you just encounter bits of traffic. Leaving Maryland bus stop, it's free flowing until you're approaching Anthony. When you're at Anthony bus stop, just before you get there, you would experience light traffic, but it's very light really. And it goes on that way through light traffic here and there, just pockets of light traffic really. When you're around the Fadei area, you might encounter some gridlock, just a bit of bumper to fender traffic. But it's for a very short while, so you need not panic over that one. After you traverse that area a bit, it's free-flowing, and it goes on that way until you're just past Igbobi. That's where the traffic builds up. It's just very light, really. But from that axis, as soon as you pass through that side, it's free-flowing. And that free-flowing traffic continues, but for some burst of heavy traffic, just a gridlock here and there, until you are at just about stadium area. Now, as soon as you pass stadium area, especially at the Ikmori market area, just as you're approaching Ikmori market area, there's gridlock there, so you keep your eye out for that and expect it. But it's not so bad, because as soon as you get off that side, just past the Wema Bank at Ikmori, it becomes free-flowing traffic, and it continues that way through Costain and, up until you get on Eco Bridge. So you traverse Eco Bridge for a while, and then it lightens up. That's the way it is. And then just as you're about to get off the bridge, the traffic builds up again. So it's light traffic, and then a bit of bumper to fender traffic, and then free-flowing, just as you're going over the water there, past the Ijora Fish Market. And afterwards, as soon as you're off the bridge completely, the traffic lightens up until it eventually eases out through Akpongmo Street. And then, of course, till you get to CMS garage, it's traffic, but not so bad, just a bumper to fender traffic that will take you just about extra 5-10 minutes than you would normally do, okay, on the other routes, that is. So prepare to spend about an hour, 5 minutes coming from Maryland to CMS garage this morning, okay? So that's what you should prepare your mind for, about an hour, 5 minutes, all right? So now let's take a look at the other side. If you decide not to pass Maryland, you decide that I'd rather pass the 3rd Mainland Bridge, especially if you're coming from Oroshoki. It will take you about 55 minutes. Does look like the 3rd Mainland Bridge, it might be an option this morning if you're coming from Oru. Pockets of traffic until you get on the bridge. As soon as you're on the bridge, it's free-flowing, amazingly so. In fact, the bridge is so free that the traffic doesn't start until you are between Iwaya and Makoko. That's where the traffic builds up. Now, it starts off light, and then it becomes bumper to fender, and then it becomes light traffic for a while until you are approaching Adekunle access, where the gridlock begins, and then it's bumper to fender mostly till you get to Obalende. So that's where you would experience the traffic mostly. So if you're on the 3rd Mainland Bridge right now, enjoy the free-flowing traffic until you get to those points I mentioned. Now let's move on to the Ile-Epo axis. That's for those coming from Songota area, heading towards Oshodi. Let's go to Mushin instead. If you're coming from Ile-Epo bus stop and you're heading to Mushin this morning, it will take you about 50 minutes, which is amazing, because usually at this time, the traffic is enough to make you reconsider going out or not. So coming out from Ile-Epo bus stop, it's light traffic. However, as you're approaching, just after Pleasure bus stop, as you're approaching Iyanokpaja, there's a traffic gridlock there, but it doesn't last for long. Yes, it's bumper to fender, but it will ease out at some point. And then getting closer to Iyanokpaja is free-flowing traffic, deceptively so, I must warn you, because as you're getting to the bridge, that's the Iyanokpaja bridge, there's light traffic. Note, light traffic, it's not heavy. Though on the other side, facing the Ile-Epo axis, that's at the Iyanokpaja area, there seems to be traffic gridlock there right now, but don't panic. It has nothing to do with this side for those heading towards Ikeja. It's just light traffic. As soon as you're past Akintoye Streets area, just before you get to the GEO Transport Terminal, the traffic eases out, so there's nothing to fear. And it goes on and on and on. And on through Iyano, there is no traffic this morning through Iyano. In fact, the traffic begins just before you get to Dokpemu Bridge. I mean it. You know that intersection you take to get on the bridge, especially if you decide you want to go through Agege access to wherever your destination is this morning. Yes, that's where the traffic starts. But it's very light, so nothing to panic. I don't think because there's traffic there, it means the traffic goes on. No, because as soon as you're past the bridge, that's the Dokpemu Bridge, the traffic eases out. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Until you're past the Konoy petrol station, that's where there's light traffic, and the gridlock builds and it goes on. So there's heavy traffic, light traffic, free-flowing traffic, all the way, but mostly free-flowing traffic, so don't you worry. As usual, it starts from Ile-Zik, that's where the traffic gridlock actually is, and it goes on through to you get to the Ikeja Bridge. But after Ikeja Bridge, through to Oshodi, apart from the arena, it's free-flowing till you get to Mushin. So you'll be all right. Less than 50 minutes. That's the time you've been given to get to Mushin from Ile-Epo bus stop this morning. And that's about it on Lagos traffic updates this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. I'll be joining the guys in the kitchen now. We've definitely got stuff for you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you,
Mary.
thank you.
All right, so people waited for hours for Kanye West to drop his promised album. I'm not sure he did.
Oh, wow.
That's people were venting their frustrations on Twitter overnight. But I'm not sure if at this point he's released it already. You know, Kanye West makes all these promises. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it doesn't-
yeah.
What do you mean he makes all these promises?
It doesn't eventually come through.
So I
It's
guess
called
it's
suspense.
all, yeah, the suspense. It's just part of the publicity stunt, you know. But there, it's like it's very risky, because if it comes out and it's not what people anticipated, it was a wrong move. But if it is,
Kanye West.
but it's Kanye, yeah, it is Kanye West.
There's a reason
It's
he
always
calls
worth
himself
waiting
Yeezy. Yeezus. He is good at what he does. He doesn't joke. I'm a huge fan of Kanye West music.
Okay, so I just want to, you know, I'm not sure how much time we'll have before handing it back to Mike and of course Mary. Big Brother, yeah. I'm sorry, I had to mention it. I had to. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
It is the last week.
Rep your
now.
big brother with pride.
Is this the last week?
Yeah, so this
Rep
is the
with
week
pride.
before the finals.
Oh, so
this
next
is
weekend is the
week.
final.
Yeah, next weekend is the finals. And
So
a
how many
lot.
people are
So
still,
there's still 10 people left in the house.
10 people?
Yeah, still
I
10
thought it was
people
supposed to be reduced to...
Exactly. So that's the twist here. So nobody really knows what's going to happen over the next few
So that
days.
thing has taken
Are you sure they won't
that long?
extend Big Brother?
No, the thing is, there could be some surprise evictions. You never know. There could be, you know, some people who get strikes and just be bounced. It could be that on the next weekend, maybe 5 people will be told to leave at once, and then they'll start counting down from 5. You never know what's going to happen. Things have just been all over the place with this particular Big Brother. Now, yesterday night, a pack of comedians went into the house. Basket Mouth, Ike Osaki Odua, among so many. Chi-Girl was there as well.
Ike comedian.
And they had... Ike is a very, very prolific comedian, Mike.
Anyway,
please.
you were saying
but
something.
yeah, exactly. So basically, it was very different because they got to go around the house and all that. But one thing that made me laugh was, okay, so whenever we are watching, we watch, you know, hour to hour and all that. But then obviously they take commercial breaks. And for some reason, whenever there's a commercial break and there are guests around, they tell the housemates to freeze. So during a comedy event where comedians are telling jokes, you don't expect anybody to be told to freeze.
Right.
So Big Brother told all the housemates to freeze, and the comedians were making these people laugh, and they had to just stay there and freeze. Imagine Chi-Girl, Basket Mouth, all these comedians right there trying to make you laugh, and you cannot move.
Titi,
It was
60 million.
crazy. 60 million.
60 million. See,
But
you will
Mike-
tell them, hold your laughter. do you know how much money you guys have been making?
So, but what was
It was crazy.
So
Did
what?
anybody laugh?
Yeah, what was like?
Yeah, they were giggling.
So
Why
if
don't you
you
just ignore? Why
if
You
you laugh,
can't ignore it. They're everywhere. They're coming in your face like, talking about how voluptuous you are, or how tall you are, or how much money you're going to give them, or you know how comedians are in Nigeria. They're really getting at you.
So that's why I was wondering
It
why
was
there was so many...
trending.
Yeah, okay.
okay,
Then,
but if you laughed, what was the
You get a strike, and because you're closer to...
Yeah, closer to the finals.
It could be a strike that goodbye.
A strike, man. It was crazy. And then there was a particular commercial break where Big Brother told the housemates to freeze, and Basket Mouse said, Big Brother, when I want to tell joke, how they go laugh now? Do you get? So it was just really, really interesting. And I have to say, you know, big up to everyone who's still in the house. And, well, hey, may the best woman win.
I like that.
Okay,
Mike, you missed it earlier. So I
there.
mentioned the fact that today is morning show host today.
Morning show host day.
Yeah. Breakfast, morning show hosting. Yeah.
Today.
Yeah?
So are you expecting something special?
It's been a long time I ate
What?
pounded yam and egusi day. So Yomi had this pounded yam. So something happened there, right? So there's a while before I left, like Yomi was like, so Yomi found this. It used to be my own pet peeve, right? So Yomi just found it recently. That's what's it now? I don't know if it's amala and goat's meat and egusi from a particular place here. So this was what happened yesterday.
You guys will have to tell me this place. Is it around here?
No, very around there. So this is what happened yesterday. So for a very long time, I've not taken it. So something happened, Yomi did some moves and got it yesterday. And so the people that got it was like, why didn't they tell me? Let me just, I was walking. Until Yomi just opened the thing.
He opened the food.
So, until he just opened the food, man.
The aroma. Confused you.
Forget the work. Me that was typing, my assistant that was Windows almost turned to Mac. No, forget that. Like, so I was browsing, like, before I knew what I don't the system there, the charger was not charging. I started asking for pen was not coming. My head was just discombobulated. I had to stand.
The thing is, I can't imagine Yomi eating swallow.
Okay, so
he's
it was,
tush.
Wait, hang on.
How? Were you using your hands? Were you using a
It was the
fork?
producers
What
of
were you
Your
doing?
View. They just came some 2 weeks ago, and they said, you have to try this pounded yam. I was like, you guys, please now. So they said, okay, just eat one wrap, goat meat, and a little bit of egusi soup. I was like, okay, fine, no problem. How much is it? So I paid, and they went and they got it. And so I had it that day. This was almost a month ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so now every time I see them,
Every time you see, honestly,
I go back and order. So,
In this slide, let me just. We will talk about that.
It was really nice. It was really
that morning show, but I just want to say this thing. You see, it's not something that you can ask for, because the way that thing is, if it was me, if you ask me, I won't give you. It's all of you when you want to eat some kind of food and you know your friend or somebody you know is nearby. Hide the food. So yesterday I knew that your me is not my friend. Like, it's just like you.
wow.
There's something I'm going to say, but I'll keep it for off air.
I'm done.
So that nobody gets into trouble.
I'm done.
But we really must go. We need to take this break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now it's time for music. We have none other than Jay Black, who is officially known as John Obasi. Now, he's an actor, but also a recording artist. He's been in the industry for quite a while. Now, years ago, he featured blackface on his single Letters to the President and has gone on to release so many other works. Today, what are you performing?
Good morning. I'm performing an Afro.
Okay.
Performing an Afro song today.
Okay, what's the title?
Okay, Jeje.
Jeje.
Yeah.
All right then.
It's a new
So you know
single.
it's Friday. You know it's early in the morning. Everybody's really looking forward to our first performance. They always do. It's really, really great to have you here. Sorry, is this your real hair? I have to ask.
Yes, my hair.
It is?
Yeah, my real hair.
My goodness. How many years are we talking on those dreads? What?
Close to 15 years too.
Whoa, 15 years? Yeah. Wow, I don't think I could keep a hairstyle for 15 years. But let me let you perform, yeah?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Take it away.
Jeje láyé o, jeje ló gbàṣẹ o. Yes o, people wey do loud loud yesterday.
Well, after the whole work week of putting in all that effort comes the weekend.
Of course.
If you are, if you're lucky, that's what they say, but you know, if you're blessed.
It's one of those things you just get to Friday and you're like, thank you.
For some
Thank you.
people.
Thank you.
For some people still have to work on Saturday.
Yeah, well, hey.
And maybe even Sunday, but yeah.
Wake Up Nigeria tries to give you a great start to that weekend. So that's why we're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this feel-good Friday edition of your favorite breakfast show.
Yeah, of course, we appreciate it that you are joining us today. It's going to be a great day. We already have had 1 hour go by. One performance. You saw those movie trailers,
Yes,
very
so.
nice. Looking forward to the weekend. My name is Yomi Uwokwe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyin. So please stream with us. If you need to be on the move, just go to tvcentertainment.tv and of course Facebook Live at TVC Connect.
Yeah, you can also send in your comments on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Now, that mobile app we talk about every single day, you need it on your mobile device. Please download the app as soon as you can for Android and iOS stores. It allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world. Now, you should really check it out.
Yeah, the kitchen is going to be coming alive shortly.
We need some food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be breaking some eggs, frying some fish.
Mike and Yomi have already given us an insight into, you know, the kind of food they like.
If you guys had told us about this pounded yam thing, we would have probably had tried. If Mike had said something yesterday, if he had even indicated, like, I don't understand why Mike would be calling me out
Yeah,
on live
well,
TV
consider yourself called out.
about this pounded yam issue. I could have arranged
What?
an
Find a yam for you.
Yes, now. I
not
only had
working.
one rap, Mike.
It's
like
not
just
working.
one rap of this
It's not
thing.
working. It's not
Anyway. So something's going to happen in the kitchen.
Yes, so.
Hopefully at some point.
Mike, what is your grouse?
So at least yours was even better, Seth. The worst people in life are those that will now put it on social media and say, come and join me. The ones are even worse than the ones that will eat it in your front and not say anything. So your meat is bad, but those ones are worse. So those of you, according to Peter Edochie,
that pounded yam yesterday hit the spot. You know, my mood lifted. I just felt like
Okay, y'all should calm down. This
anything.
issue has to be settled outside the studio.
It was like a prayer, you know, like
We have a lineup for you to look forward to right here. Wake Up Nigeria, please.
yeah, dance routine coming up.
Yes.
Stephen Ezute of Idanski. Now, he is Nigeria's #1 jump rope coach and the founder of Ropes Fitness.
Yes, sir.
Alatishe Taufik is the CEO of Alat Oladimeji Foundation. It fights against child hunger in Nigeria, and he's going to be joining us on the show to talk about a project that they're working on.
Indeed.
With children.
Then it's time to have a discussion with entertainment lawyer Tokwe Salami. Now he's going to be joining us to talk about corporate partnership in the entertainment industry. A lot of those corporate partnerships happening. Probably wondering how they happen and what makes them happen. So we'll be talking to him about that.
And then finally, we are going to be having the one and only stand-up comedian, TV host, and actor, Laugh Up.
One miserable neighbor now came to announce to my mother.
Okay, so guys,
What day is it today?
today is Hug a Vegetarian Day.
Wow.
A vegetarian.
Yeah. So that's a special hug coming up from my
Okay.
dad.
Being a vegetarian, is it a very expensive lifestyle?
Not really.
No,
it's
it's
even
actually cheaper.
Vegetables.
It's cheaper.
Healthier even.
How is it cheaper?
it's not cheaper.
Protein
If it's
is
pure vegetable,
expensive.
if it's not the...
No, it's
No,
If
protein
it's fresh vegetable,
are
so you need
expensive.
to get the stuff fresh. Like you shouldn't stop.
And you should have varieties.
Exactly.
Okay, so being
So
a
if you're going to have it
vegetarian
fresh-
doesn't mean it's only vegetables you eat. That's first thing. You can also eat grains, seeds,
Of course,
legumes.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
Like
so-
you eat normally.
yes,
The
of
only
course.
thing is you are avoiding everything that
That
has
comes
to be
from-
dairy or beef or
Yeah.
whatever.
So no milk, no...
No, you
Yeah,
can't
no
take
milk, no
now. Some
eggs.
people
No
take
milk, no eggs, no...
Yeah, no cheese.
No cheese, no
Yeah.
chicken.
So you can't take,
No, some take
you can't
cheese,
take,
some take milk.
goat meat, asun.
Some take
No.
butter.
Asun.
No.
You just be missing
But the
asun because
truth
they are
is,
probably
you
vegetarian.
were talking about how much that asun you ate yesterday was 500 naira for one piece. Kilo day.
That wasn't asun.
That was not
Oh,
asun.
sorry, goat ogunfe, sorry. But you understand what I'm trying to say?
No,
Proteins
but
are
you know,
expensive.
that's how rich men eat.
I'm
I'm still going back.
Guys,
to
let me
that
just quickly run through. So
Okay,
it's also
yeah.
Tourism Day,
Yeah, World
Corned
Tourism
Beef
Day, yeah.
Ash Day. It's also Crush a Can Day, especially if you're angry.
Crush a Can Day.
And finally, it's also Love Note Day.
Love Notes Day.
Yeah, Love Notes.
Did you ever send love notes in class? Who did that?
Like, I still receive love notes from
wow,
my man.
Mary?
Yeah, if you want me to be
Not
in a
on
good mood,
WhatsApp,
just,
oh.
not WhatsApp.
With paper?
Yes, now.
I beg, we have the
I have
news.
to know your signature.
Welcome back. Wake Up Nigeria has all the information you need for so many different things that you might want to achieve. Now, in the creative entertainment sector in Nigeria, it kind of remains largely unregulated and a little bit confusing, especially for the up-and-comers of the industry. We have in the studio Tokwe Salami, a litigation practitioner who currently offers strategic business and legal advice to clients ranging from entertainers to entertainment outfits. Now, we're discussing today corporate partners in the Nigerian entertainment industry. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, a lot of people that see entertainers and the entertainment industry have no idea what has to happen when it comes to the legal backing they get, especially when it comes to maybe endorsements and working with corporate brands to maybe enlarge themselves. Please, can you just break down why it's important to have corporate partnerships?
Okay, thank you very much. I think it's best we, let people know what it means to, what corporate partnership means. Corporate partnership, in its simplest form, is actually the involvement of corporate entities into the business of entertainment.
Okay.
When I say corporate entities, I mean companies, I mean government as well.
Okay.
Trying to come to the head of, entertainers. Coming to the head will now mean, let's have a symbiotic kind of relationship. You gain from me and I gain from you.
Okay. Okay.
You have the capital, I have the talent. Let's form a bond and make something big to happen.
Okay, so there are so many different cases where you see some particular, let's just say record labels now. Some record labels getting larger than others, some getting more backing than others. Who was it that they consulted before making those moves to make those corporate partnerships?
Well, let's say, record labels are getting bigger or they are getting stronger, and we need to look at the structure.
Okay.
Most record labels would have entertainment lawyers in-house.
Okay.
Most record labels would have business analysts
Okay.
who would always pitch their ideas and turn these ideas into something concrete.
Okay.
Whilst going with a business analyst would tell these corporate entities what they stand to gain.
Okay.
And of course, when you are pitching your ideas, you need to show a bit of, or more of your strong points, more of your strengths, and less of your weaknesses. So those
Okay,
are the
so strengths and weaknesses rather. When it comes to partnerships, it's supposed to be, give and take. I want to move away from government now. I want to, stay more with maybe the corporate brands who are supporting different events, for instance, comedy events now. What is it that you feel the corporate entities are looking for from the artists or from the comedians that makes them want to make those partnerships?
Yeah, the basic thing they're actually looking for will be your brand.
Okay.
Is your brand sellable? Is your brand in line with their own brand? Once your brand is sellable and once your brand is in line, then they take it up.
Okay, so those two words you said, sellable, in line. People are wondering, what makes me sellable? What puts me in line? How am I going to be what they need? If you understand where I'm going.
Yes,
so,
yes, I do.
okay, so I'm a comedian now, and I want to know if I am sellable. What are the questions you would ask me?
Your talent.
Okay.
That's the first thing that speaks for you. Then your structure.
Okay.
Talent and structure speaks for any entertainment outfit or any entertainer.
Is it over a period of time?
Throughout.
Okay.
Your content, your talent is your content. They must see you as someone that has the right content for their own brand.
Okay.
Once they know that, oh, yeah, this person has the right content for our own brand, then they take it up from there.
Okay, so you mentioned an in-house lawyer. You also said a business analyst. The business analyst, I guess, handles financials and things like that, right?
Not finances alone, not financials alone.
Okay.
Someone would have to drop the main proposal.
Okay.
Someone would have to think of the main proposal coming from the business angle of, something. Someone would have to think in such a way that, yes, let me put myself in the form of the partners. Let me put myself in the form of the corporate entities.
Okay.
What questions would I ask? What would I do? So that's
and obviously that's why the lawyers get paid the big bucks to help you ask and answer the right questions.
To an extent.
We've heard about some partnerships that go wrong. So they did all the right things. They got the right business analyst. They had an in-house lawyer. They had someone looking through their financials. They had the brand. But something just went wrong. What are those things that people should look out for so that it doesn't happen to them?
Documentation.
Okay.
Check it very well. Read within the lines.
Okay.
Read beyond the lines. Get things right from the start.
Okay.
Get a better understanding of whatever you are getting into. Once that is done, then I don't see you getting into any problem.
I'm trying to think of maybe if you have like a case study, a particular situation you heard of where something could have been avoided and it went wrong. Do you have any cases you could share with us?
Well, yes, but then
without names, of course.
I won't be able to mention
just
names.
hypothetically then, yeah?
Okay, yes. I had a client, a corporate entity.
Okay.
The client actually sponsored a particular movie.
Okay.
Along the line, this same movie had a competitive brand.
Okay.
In the said agreement,
yeah,
whilst they were reviewing, wisely, those people, actually expunged certain parts. And I was telling the in-house counsel of that brand, read this very well. This should be there. But at the end of the day, they were like, no.
Just let it go.
A year after, they came back.
Wow.
They were like, oh, this person has done this person has done that. I checked it. I said it. And I showed them the mail trail whilst advising them. But I think they just overlooked that portion.
Wow. And so they lost money because of
They
this?
lost money, apparently. They lost money.
Okay. All right. So now, the average person who's just entered the entertainment industry likely believes they can't really afford the legal fees, that have to do with bringing on their own personal legal counsel. Is it better to have just a consultant, or is it better to have someone in-house?
It's best to have someone in-house. When you have someone in-house, it reduces the financial burden on you.
Okay.
Just like a business entrepreneur, when you're starting a business, try as much as possible to get everything either free or highly discounted. When your brand is grown, then, you can do things professionally.
Thank you so much. Now, there are quite a few things you cleared up for us there. And I know that as a lawyer, you know how to just dance your way out of some questions. That's your job, Abby. Yeah, well, but I'm beginning to see why I likely need an entertainment lawyer myself. I think there are a few documents I need to go through. What were they really saying here? What were they trying to do? I'm not signing. I want my lawyer to say it first. All right, then we have to wrap this up. But thank you so much, Mr. Tope Salami, for this.
You're welcome.
We are going for our dance segment right now. Mary is in the garden.
Thank you so much, Titi. Okay, so it's time for our dance routine for today, but it's with a twist. I've got right here Stephen Ezute of Ropes Fitness, also known as I Dance Skip, and is going to be showing us a really interesting form of dance. Okay, so I see you have a skipping rope, and I see you have something that looks like a mat. Can you tell me what you're going to be making use of them for?
So basically, Ropes Fitness is an infusion of dance with jump rope, giving you an amazing experience when you jump rope. So it's different from your traditional jump rope moves. We kind of recreate dance moves while you jump to the beat. Now we have a product that teaches you how to jump rope the way we do it. So it's like a step-by-step guide. The mats, so if you think about your mat like the dance mat, where you know that dance game?
Dance,
yes, exactly. So this is the mat for jump rope.
Wow, there's a mat for jump rope.
So basically, it's going to help you know where to place your feet so that you don't hurt yourself.
And
you don't
you
go
invented
overboard.
this?
Yes, me and my friend.
I'm an inventor.
My co-founder is in the UK at the moment, so yes, we came up with this product.
This is fantastic. Can you quickly show us what it looks like before you start your routine?
Sure.
Oh wow, you guys invented this.
Yes, we did.
Just for your dance robe.
Yes, we did. So it has numbers and it has directions. Now there are 5 elements. Before you master the act of dance ropes, you need to master the 5 elements. This is your basic, your home.
You know what?
Don't worry.
Let me let you take over.
It's all right, no problem.
Show us what you've got, okay?
Sure thing.
While we'll stay excitedly watching what you have for us.
Yes.
All right, so take it away, Steven. Nice.
Okay.
Never to be caught off fresh. Okay. That's how start to.
Welcome back. Now, Alatishe Oladimeji is a graduate of computer science from the Tai Solami University and a fashionpreneur. He's also the CEO of Imita Foundation, which is an NGO targeted at reaching out to children in need. Now, he's joining us this morning to talk about this special project that he's working on. And I mean, I was touched when I saw it yesterday. When I saw the brief yesterday, I was like, oh, I need to talk to this guy and find out what this project is about. And it's about children. Talk to us.
Well, thank you very much. Just like you said, it's about children. And, you know, one of the things we're trying to target and, you know, solve is the issue of low self-esteem in children.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, we see in our days today that, you know, this thing called depression and and, you know, this low self-esteem thing is not just about adults. You don't find it in just adults and in, you know, teenagers.
Yeah.
In fact, now I think that even in children, these things are becoming so. I mean, I was watching your View, was it 2 days ago on Tuesday, and they were talking about this low self-esteem and the depression in children. And, you know, so what we are doing basically is we're seeing how we can, speaking from a place of personal experience now, I mean, I knew the things the challenges I grew up with when I was growing up on the issue of low self-esteem and how much it affected me. So, I mean, coming now and seeing how those things have been, and so I'm trying to see how I can also help that child out there, that little child out there who goes to the bed hungry, who walks on the streets of Lagos naked, you know. Yeah. And then these things have a lot, it has a way it affects their psychological...
Later on in future.
Later on in future.
Yeah, so now let's talk about one of the things that you want to do is fight child hunger. Child poverty as well.
Yes.
This is one of the key and core areas of UNICEF and the UN as well, looking at the Sustainable Development Goals. So talk to us about this specific project for this week. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow at IDP camp in Ebute Metta. And, you know, it's so surprising that a lot of people, when I tell them that we're doing this invasion, we call it invasion, at IDP camp, and they're wondering, oh, see, there's an IDP camp in Lagos. I mean, that's to tell you that a lot of people are not even aware
of what's going on.
Of what's going on in our society, you get. And it's just in the Ebute Metta, the Abeokuta Street. So what we are doing tomorrow is, you know, I was there last week and I saw the place. I saw, I mean, a lot of children. It's like a destitute home, like I said. And they just, I mean, in thousands, they are there. And, you know, when we got there that day, in fact, they thought we brought something and they were all ranting and shouting. I mean, you get. So tomorrow now, we're giving them new clothes, newly made clothes. We are feeding them. We'll play with them, of course, show them love, let them feel loved. So they don't, I mean, they don't lose hope of themselves. That, okay, I mean, when you look at this IDP camp, for example, a lot of people that are there are people who had dreams, who had visions, and for some reason or the other, they had to leave their home, run from their family, just to, you know, for survival. So we're going there tomorrow to give them hope again, to show them love, I mean, and for them to feel important and have, you know, a good opinion of themselves.
Wow.
You know, and
that's really, really amazing, and it's very remarkable and also very instructive that, you know, there's an IDP camp like this and people are not aware of it, and it's not even far from us. It's just you know, over in Ebute Metta. Now, your target is 500 children.
500 children.
And you want to feed them, you want to clothe them.
Yeah.
And how has the response been to you in order to, as you target helping these children, with the response from organizations and individuals? How's that been?
Well, for now, we are still, it's still a self-sponsored thing. You know, friends and family, we have not really gotten sponsors from you know, organizations and all that. So the response, I would say, it's not really
it's not been encouraging.
Exactly, but we have to keep doing it because you know, someone called me yesterday and was asking that how have you been able to manage, how have you been able to separate personal funds from, you know, this project, and I said, I mean, it's almost impossible for you to separate these two, except when you begin to get, I mean, those big sponsors from organizations and all that. So the response has not been encouraging, but because it's what we want to do, because it's a problem that we want to solve, it's something that we see every day and we're not happy about it. So we just continue to put in our you know, our resources, our finances and all that. And like I said, from families and friends, the response has been amazing.
Now, Alat, you know, there's one thing that that you're doing, which I think is very remarkable. You know, targeting children, helping them to just, you know, again, know that somebody cares somewhere. But what would you like to say to organizations? What more would you like to say, for instance, government organizations and even global agencies? What would you like them to know about this IDP camp and just about fighting child poverty and child hunger in general?
Okay, now, here's the thing. You know, I realize that, you know, a lot of people, maybe parents and society, you know, we see children as, I mean, they're just children. But forgetting that, you know, they're going to spend more time in adulthood than in children. So most likely, whatever you teach them or whatever they know now, you know, grows with them. So when we say that, what we want them to know about, we want them to know that children are not what you just, I mean, they're the future of tomorrow. Not even, I mean, at the point where they become a teenager, where they become a youth, it is those things that we have put in them that they begin to exhibit, that becomes their character. So we want these organizations to look into the children, you know, that childhood stage of, you know, our society and really put in more of their resources and I mean, it should become something that they look into more. And I just feel that they really need to help organizations like us and other NGOs who are supporting children.
I can see your passion. I mean, it's coming through, and I'm sure that people that are watching now are also feeling that passion at home. Now, what do you want the general public to know, especially about tomorrow's program? How can people participate? So, fine, you know, you haven't had sponsorship from organizations, but there are individuals that are watching and saying, okay, you know what, I want to go to Imita Foundation tomorrow and join the Alat Foundation to do something.
Okay, it's very simple. Like I said, it's happening tomorrow, and the event starts for 10 a.m., ends by 12 a.m. and 12 noon. So
just 2 hours, starts at 10 tomorrow morning.
2 hours. So, I mean, it's welcome that at least you come and see what we are doing. And I can assure anybody that when you get to that place, except you're not human, when you get to that place tomorrow and you see the way people are living and you see the way people are there, I think you'll be moved. I mean, you'll be compassionate and want to do something. So what we want them to do, let them just come tomorrow. If there's anything they want to bring to support, that's fine. But if not, just come tomorrow and just see what this thing is about and what we're talking about.
Experience
it. And then you can...
Yeah, this is 10 a.m. tomorrow, Abeokuta Street in Ebute Metta.
Yes, Okobaba Junction.
Okobaba Junction. Yes. You would find the Alat Foundation there. Yeah. And take pictures, you know, and of course look out for the founder himself, Alat Oladimeji, and take photographs with him as well. Support this organization and what they are doing.
For support.
Amazing, amazing. Well done, well done.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations, wish you all the best with this. Well, Friday is a good day to watch Wake Up Nigeria.
Because happy hour always comes early. Yes.
That H factor that I've been teaching you about for the past 2 years.
Yo.
You haven't, you know.
Don't gawk, yo. I actually teach diction classes, so yo.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
so let it go. Just let it go.
I'm just trying to
But it is an issue if you are planning to go somewhere, because we need you to stay right there. Wake Up Nigeria has been put together just for you.
Yeah, of course. We just make sure that you stick around over the next 45 minutes because we have the rest of the show for you. 2 hours has gone by already.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us. My name is Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Onyisons. Now, there's something I have to do. Every Friday is game day.
See how I plugged my ear?
Yeah, you were preparing for it. It's cool.
Exactly,
cool.
exactly. So
we have games
now that
on
that's
Friday.
out of your system
Thank
for
you.
the last hour. Just to let everybody know that we're streaming live right now at TVC Entertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
We need those comments. We love those comments. We can't do without those comments. Please send them in. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC is the hashtag. Of course, the app is available for download. That app is very important to you. You have no idea how important it is until you just go to the Android or iOS store to download it.
Now, for more music, we already had some music earlier on the show, and that performance, the jump rope guy, amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be having more music, and this guy is called Fajebe Babatunde, aka Zaza. Yeah, he's going to be performing a song for us today.
And lastly, we have comedian, actor, TV host, cuddly teddy bear, Segun Ogundikpe, also known as Laugh Up. He's already in the building, can't wait.
That the daughter passed jam on the first trial when you have done it for 6 times and
You really do have a thing for cuddling, don't you?
What? Cuddling?
Like
what?
cuddling.
Yeah, you said it's Hug a Vegetarian Day. Well, I'm not exactly a vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't think he's a vegetarian.
No, I don't think he is.
There's a video I just saw that was just trending now.
What?
I think just slow my morale small.
What?
Nigerian ambassador to the United States.
What happened? Yeah.
Is 84.
Mike!
So I just saw it,
Mike!
Half the time he uses a walker.
It's 84.
To move around.
Wow.
Like imagine someone like
Not
me.
a walking stick.
Just imagine someone like yourself. I don't know, 84.
But you know, diplomatic issues have to be smartly handled. I just want to put it out there.
Mary, what do you want to say? What do you want to say, Mary?
No. The kind of smartness we're talking about, the kind of smartness we're talking about, intellectually speaking, is experience that counts. Yes.
I'm trying to see
where some of them are going to now. This guy is driving to.
Okay, the tempo has already broken. But I wouldn't do. Okay, you know what?
The part where you say driver, just park.
Oh, thank you very much. I tried.
Inner light.
I tried.
It's Friday, so we always have loads of performances for you. And yet again, we have Zaza right here. Now, after the successful release of his first single, Balance It, Zaza went back into the studio for another good one. And the result, Sundown, is what he is about to perform. So we've moved from balancing it to Sundown. So you've made the money already. Sundown, you're going to bed. Or what's going to happen at Sundown? What's the song about?
Sometimes just like professing my affection for a girl.
Oh, for a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people do songs for girls and all. Is this one for a particular girl or just mostly fictional?
Let me see, it's fictional. It's just the vibe I got in the studio.
Okay. So there's no particular girl you wrote that for, somebody in your mind when you were...
I wrote that for lovers.
For lovers
Yes,
in general.
You can sing it to your girl.
So that, of course, means that you write your songs yourself.
Yeah, I do write my songs
All
myself.
your songs,
All
or
my
you
songs.
buy songs sometimes?
All my songs myself.
Okay, you've been writing solo for 6 years now. What has it been like? What challenges have you met on the journey? What have been your high points and all?
Before I started music professionally, I think I started music professionally like that's about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been a major challenge of trying to promote your music out there, as an indie artist, just put your music out there, studio time.
By the way, indie means independent, not Indian, because all these slangs, short forms. Okay, go on.
So putting your music out there, and that's the challenge.
Okay. So that's the biggest challenge for you.
biggest challenge.
But what about the high points? There must be something that probably gave you a boost, because for you to be doing it for so long, it means that there have been a lot of downtimes, but I'm sure there's something that has kept you going. So what are those high points, or at least one of them?
You know, I think my sound is relatable, and then I have lots of people that really enjoy my music. You know, I have like a small circle of fans that do enjoy my music.
So they keep you going on.
Yeah,
so
keep me
your
going.
fans are your high
So
points,
when we are
right?
fully mainstream.
Okay, fantastic. Now, so far you haven't released any song that has to do with collaborations.
No.
But are
no
you planning to
collaborations.
do any collaborations?
Yeah, I have collaborations already. I have collaborations in stock, but they're unreleased. Yeah,
Okay.
so I just want people to listen to more of my sounds than before collaborations.
Get used to it
Yes, my
before
sounds
they
for
get used to
collaborations,
any
yes.
other infusion.
Right.
So what are your plans for the future? Zaza is someone that you hope in the next 5 years will be what?
A global star, a mega
global
superstar.
star.
Yeah. A superstar.
I want to believe you're working towards that
Of
already.
course, I'm sure you'll be proud of me. It's
Fantastic.
first time,
All right, so it's time for us to hear Sundown.
Sundown, yeah, Sundown.
Great. So Zaza, over to you.
Oh, thank you.
From sundown to the sun up, you the girl of my dreams. Girl, I know mine if you burn my jeans. 30 what say, girl, you too fine. Girl, you mean a lot to me.
That's Zaza there.
Yes,
Very
sir.
nice song. I like his smooth flow, a bit chill.
Yeah.
You know, for a Friday morning, just getting us ready for the weekend. Very nice, very
Yes,
nice.
sir. Something else that should get you ready for the weekend is our next guest, or someone else. We have Segun Ogundikwe here, professional comedian, TV host, actor, and serial entrepreneur. AKA...
They call him Laugh Up, and
Yes.
he's better known, of course, he has written and produced TV, radio, and live dramas for over 10 years.
Yes, so the founder of Comedy for Change Africa, an outreach that's principally concerned with child hunger in Nigeria. And it's
He's a
always...
great guy.
Yes.
All around,
Welcome,
he's
sir.
also an intellectual, a bit, you know, he flexes,
That's the way.
flexes a bit of book sometimes.
Small book, small.
Thanks for having me, guys. How you doing?
I like,
good.
I know that, you know, we're supposed to be talking about comedy. Okay. But one of the things that you do with children is always very remarkable, always very inspiring. I remember that you were in the news last year when you did something in Ibadan with children. And it looks like you're really passionate about it. Talk to us about it.
I mean, it's, see, we shouldn't just, let's face our reality, you understand? It's not balanced, yeah, you know? And what will it take for an average child to really just have three square meals in a day? It's really next to nothing, you know? But there are a lot of people, first was, I was born on Christmas Day. And then sometimes I get around on Christmas Day because the idea of Christmas Day that I have, you know, I don't go hungry on Christmas Day. There's a neighbor cooking jollof rice, even if you have it very tough.
Yeah.
And then I get to Ibadan, I see that even children will hawk on Christmas Day. They are not aware that it's a festive day. It does not occur to them that, you know, they just move like, you know, sometimes pantless, sometimes foodless, you know. So this really touched me, you know. So I felt, you know what, so what we do every other day, but predominantly every Easter and every Christmas Day, I mean, so that's how I celebrate my birthday, and I celebrate, like, let these people just, I mean, I'll feed you on Christmas Day. You have too much already. You're overprivileged.
Yeah, compared to
you know, so I just felt, you know what, let me just use this, you know, time, and then gradually, you know, I'll go with my friends. The first time I went, my friends were crying. It was so surreal for them. They didn't imagine that some people can be that hungry or can be that needy. Children.
Yeah.
You know, and then we just couldn't stop. We've been doing that since 2009.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so 10 years.
10 years of that.
Yeah.
Amazing
Yeah, since
stuff.
2009, we've been going every time. They wait for us. They wait for us. We encourage them to go to school. We get them school supplies, you know. We come to their level and give them that opportunity to also interact with celebs, you know, firsthand. They don't have TVs, though. They're that poor. So they probably don't even know that you're a celeb really, but we get to tell them. We get to tell them, you know, we take our Instagram, and then they're more conscious now. So I think it's strictly now they're seeing some of these things, just to inspire them.
Very nice.
It's amazing, and I know that it's something you're really, really passionate about.
Yes,
But being passionate about TV, drama, it's been a journey. There's a lot that's happened, you know. But I know there's the Christmas comedy show that you do every year, but there's
December
something
26th.
else.
Yeah.
Something else happening?
There's the October 1st show.
Okay.
That's happening in Lagos. I titled that Ibadan to the World.
Ibadan to the world.
Yeah, laugh of Ibadan to the world. I mean, basically, it's just the piece is to just tell my story and the struggle, the journey. You know how it has been. You know, trying to start from a very humble town, and then get into Lagos, through Lagos, and reaching different parts of the world. You know, so it's just the story of that regular Ibadan boy. That is no more regular.
No more regular.
No more regular. You know, one thing I always ask comedians, musicians, and people like that is the journey looks easy after you've arrived. So from somebody else who's watching, because the number of people that I mentored before who said, "Oh, I want to be a comedian, I want to do this," that's why they came to Lagos, and then but now they're working normal jobs because they just felt like, you know what, this is too high a price to pay.
Lagos will change your destiny. Lagos is hard. You know, in Lagos, you know, this is part of some of the piece I'll be delivering on that day. In Lagos, you need to, you know, there's the word blow. So you need to blow and reblow. You need to keep blowing. Otherwise, man, it's only Lagos you can see a superstar becoming upcoming. You know, so because the challenge is crazy. It's a big market, and a lot of people, they also have the juice. And everybody's just taking a chance. And sometimes it's not a question of, are you a veteran? Have you been there for long? The question is, who fits the brief right now? And the guy takes the spot. And he's going to latch onto it, and he's not leaving this. And some people like, you say I'm not good, I'm forcing this down your throat. You must love it. So people are hustling, man. The hustle is real here. So you have to keep evolving, reinventing yourself, you know, re-innovate, you know, and stay relevant.
I wanted to actually go there. You know, there are a lot of Instagram comedians now. You know, and you know, you've been doing this for a long time, before social media comedy started, you know, blowing, so to speak. So what's your opinion of what they're doing? And how come you didn't really jump on it like that?
Okay, first and foremost is I'll tell people that some of my fans, you know, from campus days will say, I remember Laugh Up and his crew doing skits before IG. You know, Facebook came at the time when I was leaving school. So we didn't have the opportunity to put a lot of stuff out there. And it was just a few of our stuff that ended up on YouTube at the time, because YouTube is a bit old. So we did skits a lot of time, because I mean, I studied theater, so we did live drama in school. So it was first hand, you know, we did on stage. So we tried to put some of the effects you probably see on IG now. We tried to do it, so it took a lot of commitment and passion.
You know what, I have to stop you right there. Hold that thought, hold that thought. We have to take a quick break, but we will be back. All right. Thank you.
Who will never look for the best time to come and give your mother good news? You know, when you have settled down to what Taste by Moonlight, one miserable neighbor now came to announce to my mother that the daughter passed jam on the first trial, when you have done it for 6 times and you didn't. You relate, eh? And then that Taste by Moonlight will turn to horror film in your eye. You know, when your mother is communicating with you, when you know your mother does not need to tell you, when your mother looks at you like this, for instance, your mother is looking at you like that. You know, then she gives you a fixed guess. Maybe you are living in a room and parlor, you don't have a visitor, you are watching film, you don't want to leave. Your mother looks at you. If you are not still getting the news, she looks at you and you are still not getting the
Okay.
We still have the one and only Laugh Up in the building.
So you know I have to do it now. You know I have to do the intro. It's game day!
The way you are doing it's like you drink when we're today.
Wow. Mike,
Okay.
I have to do the intro. It's part of the program
It's good,
now.
it's good. It's right. It's our ritual for every Friday. So we're playing the concentration game as it is. So it's just very simple. For instance, it's very simple. We have four contestants here. Okay, by the way, let's just introduce them. On the right, we have Titi the Dynamite. Woo! Shout out. Okay, we have the young lion, Yomi Omokpe.
Like a lion, right?
The soulless sister.
Yes,
Lady
sir.
Mary.
Yeah.
I remember. Is it Ibadan? Which one now?
Ibadan to the wall.
Ibadan to the wall.
Yes, sir.
Laugh up in the house. Woo! Okay, so each of you has one cup there.
Okay.
One glass. Wonderful.
Okay.
That's right. So it's a concentration game, and then we'll go rounds. So the person who loses or who drops at a particular round will just take a drink.
Oh, yeah.
We just take a drink. And for today, we always see this thing. You see what I say? What does it say? Coffee makes everything possible. Okay, so this is it.
Hey!
So,
That amount of
Did you pour the whole can of coffee in there?
so this is what happens.
now?
Ha! You're not using knife. Hey, Mike.
He's using knife to mix the
Mike.
Okay, so this is what happens. So when you... People should calm down now.
Okay, we've come.
So when you lose, you take a drink of coffee. And that's just how we go. Person will tire, we drink the coffee too much.
No sugar.
Coffee and water. Very distilled, nice water.
But it's hot water, Sha.
It's not.
It's warm water. It's
With
not hot.
coffee, just coffee, water.
Okay, so that's it. I don't know how they are talking this meeting. So let's go. So for instance, are you ready? You know how to play the game. So do we need to do any rehearsal?
I don't know how to play the game.
You don't know how to play the game?
let's-
Okay, for instance, let's just say names of boys.
Okay.
Concert. You say concentrate.
Concentrate.
That's what I say. Concert.
Concentrate.
Concert. From Titi, names of boys.
Tunde.
So now, as he missed it now, he's the one that
Wow.
That's how it is. That's example.
In Ibadan, they say concentrate.
So now they have the game.
Really?
Straight to it. Okay. So concert.
Concentrate.
Now this is names of states in Nigeria.
Hey, okay.
Concert.
Concentrate. Concentrate.
Names of states in Nigeria. Let's go.
Enugu.
Jigawa,
Adamawa.
Oyo.
Rivers.
Cross River.
Baba, hold it.
I said Cross River now.
Yes, River is a state now, but it wasn't fast enough. It wasn't fast enough.
You hesitated.
Alright, so, okay.
How does it feel?
That's what you get.
Just now.
For what?
Calm down now.
Oh, God, drink. Sharp.
Did you see him pour all that coffee?
I can't do this.
The face tells me how this
Yes,
thing is. It's like drinking agbo.
Let's go.
Alright.
Concert.
Concentrate.
Now we're doing names of clubs in the EPL. Football clubs in the EPL.
Really?
English Premier League. This season, no man call Nottingham Forest. Names of clubs in the EPL. Concert.
Concentrate.
Names of club in the EPL. Oh yeah.
Man you.
Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Watford.
Everton.
Everything. Auntie, drink that. Auntie, drink.
In Premier League. That's a long trip you have just made.
Juventus.
AC Milan.
You can do it.
Last one. Okay, let's go.
Please, when is this game ending?
Concert. Okay, so the person that drops is the next person I'll pick up. So we'll pick up with Yomi and go like this. Concert. Okay, let's make this one very easy. Names of girls. Girls. Yes. Female names.
Okay.
If you can't call one name, don't call name that we are sure is girl. I don't agree with it, I catch you. Concert.
Concentrate.
Names of girls.
Mary.
Ifoma.
Tracy.
Titi.
You wanted to catch Mary. This guy says, bad guy.
Small.
Are they ever going to drink coffee like this?
Titi and Yomi go food.
I think we have to be on this side.
The way it's going.
See, it's good to wear black. You win the game. High five. That's it.
Drink.
Oh, yeah. Pink team and the black
We're
team.
starting next one. We're starting with
Mary's next.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, this time around. It's names of clubs, Nigerian football clubs. Nigerian football clubs. Nigerian football clubs. If you like, call stationery stores. Stationery stores, they are defunct. Abiola Babes. Wait, calm down.
Pour my coffee.
Then I'll give you small. Nigerian club. You know one club in Nigeria.
Just mention one.
Just to put in your mind. Okay, are you ready?
Is it like Nigerian club like Quillox?
Football club.
Okay, now you're talking.
If you like go escape, you escape with one full cup of coffee. Oh yeah, Mary.
Concentrate.
Names of football clubs in Nigeria.
Eyimba.
Why did you say that?
I was going to say shooting stars, but I don't change my mind. There's Rangers, there's shooting stars, there's MFM.
I plan. The plan was I'll say Yimba. Hopefully you will not have anything to say over there. Then I'll now say shooting.
The expression is okay.
But this one is plenty now.
Yeah, drink. Just drink for this.
It's punishment that the ones they've drunk, they are giving you.
It's terrible. It's actually terrible. It's terrible. Okay.
Okay now.
All right, so where are we starting from now?
Are you guys ready?
This is the last round.
Are you guys ready?
So it's easy to start.
Which is last round?
No, laugh up is
Laugh up is starting.
No, but it's one that.
It's all like that.
Yeah,
You are picking up.
All right. Concentrate.
Now we are doing bus stops in Lagos.
Titi! Area mama!
Actually, I'm going to one area. What area that you will not go to?
If you call any area now, don't call. Just if you call any area now, I don't know. Bus stop in Lagos.
Bus stop in Lagos.
Bus stop. Oh yeah, are you ready?
Let's go.
Concentrate. Names of bus stops in Lagos.
Olago.
Mile 12.
Ayobo.
Bako.
Jibo.
Anthony.
Egbeda.
CMS.
Yaba.
Obanikoro.
Yanokpanja.
Obalende.
Ojuelegba.
Bus stops in Lagos.
If you pass your bus stop.
Mike, it seems like we've lived in rat places.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody said Ikoyi.
Nobody don't fear.
Nobody said Mia.
No. You see.
Last round.
When you want to win, you have to be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
I know. I just went to Paco.
Last round. Let's make this one easy.
Okay.
Concentrate. We are doing names of comedians.
Can I have my
Are
coffee?
there many?
Names of comedians. We'll start from your mic. Names of comedians.
Names of comedians.
So it can be comedians.
Where?
In Nigeria.
Let's do Nigeria.
This was the good and the bad.
Is that bad comedian? Oh yeah. If you like.
Okay, I'm starting. Laugh up.
Wait. Concentrate. Names of comedians in Nigeria.
Laugh up.
Basket mouth.
I go die.
You're drinking, my friend. You will drink today. You will drink.
Mary has not had any coffee. Mary has not been mentioning. Let's go.
I will tell you upcoming. One that are blue. I'll tell you. I have the name.
So, I drink the tea. Don't hide this thing.
Now drink this thing. That's your punchline. Drink it.
We're going to be awake for a while.
The winner. This is the plug for the winner. Okay. The winner of the day.
Mary.
You're not ending the show. I'm ending the show.
Team Black one.
Yes.
Team Black one.
Which is dirty team?
Yeah, so we'll be seeing you at your show though on October 1st.
October 1st, 5 p.m.
Wonderful.
Terra Culture team.
You mean just keep your mouth. You cough, your thing is too much. You talk and cough, you fall out. It's been a wonderful show. Thank you to Omni NG for the accessories. Thank you to all our guests, including Laugh Up.
Yes, sir.
Learn bus stops in Lagos. That's very important, right?
Yes, sir.
See you next week. Mary, we are kind of Lagos.